agenda and methods of organization are in consonance with their dreaded international counterparts and sponsors of terror. PTV's Dayan Kerr completes the profile of this terror group that is now front and center in the national consciousness.
The Maute group is the terrorist group now causing fear and terror among residents of Marawi City. Its members identify their group as Dawla Islamiyah, which means Islamic State. Maute is a local terrorist group based in Lanao del Sur. It is said that some members of Maute group are former guerrillas of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front or MILF. The Maute group is led by siblings Omar and Abdullah Maute. They are children of Farhana and Kayamora, who are known businessmen. They are considered to be a rich family. Brothers Omar and Abdullah studied in the Middle East. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte previously showed the black flag used by the local terrorist group. Military says Maute group is part of a bigger group called AKP, headed by Abu Sayyaf leader Isnilon Hapilon. The encounter in Marawi City was not the first time the people heard about Maute group. On September 2016, reports said that the suspects in the tragic Davao blast in Davao City night market were from Maute group. Moreover, last November 2016, Maute group occupied the municipal hall, mosque and other structures in Butig in Lanao del Sur, where they raised the flag of ISIS. Military operations then were successful upon their declaration that the area was 100% clear of terrorists. The direct link of Maute group with ISIS is not yet clear, but it was reported that Maute group wants the support of the international terrorist group. Currently, military and police operations continue in Marawi City to combat Maute group, and President Duterte's declaration of martial law in Mindanao is expected to bring peace in the whole region.
Sila'y may daladalang mga itim na bandilang kamuka ng sa grupong ISIS. Mayroon din silang mga matataas na kalibre ng baril na di umano'y kanilang kinuha sa isang teroristang Indones na may kaugnayan sa Jemaah Islamiyah. Sila ang grupong Maute, isa sa mga pinakabagong teroristang pangkat sa Mindanao ayon sa mga militar. Unang nakasagupa ng mga sundalo ang mga Maute noong nilusob nito ang isang checkpoint sa bayan ng Madalum sa Lanao del Sur noong 2013. Sila rin ang sangkot sa pambobomba sa lungsod ng Davao noong Setyembre, kung saan mahigit 100 ang nasawi. Naglunsad rin sila ng mga paglusob sa mga kampo ng militar na siyang pinaniniwalaang test missions upang sila'y kilalanin ng ISIS. At nitong Biyernes lamang, muli nilang nilusob ang bayan ng Butig sa Lanao del Sur at kinubkob ang lumang munisipyo nito.
Ang grupo ng Maute ay nasa munisipyo. Ang munisipyo naman kasi doon, hindi ginagamit kasi mayroong bagong munisipyo ang ginagamit ang bagong mayor natin.
Nanindigan ng hukbong sandatahan, hindi nila papayagang mapasakamay ng mga Maute ang bagong munisipyo ng Butig. Kanila ring susuyurin ang bawat pinagtataguan ng mga miyembro nito na siyang pinaniniwalaang nasa 100 ang bilang.
Itong projection of power nito ay ginagamit din nila sa kanilang wanton activities na kanilang pinagkakabalahan. Ito po yung mga extortion activities at pangingikil and other terroristic activities to support that.
Aminado naman si Pangulong Duterte na isang banta ang ISIS sa pambansang seguridad, lalo na kung tuluyang mapapasok nito ang Mindanao. Aminado rin ang Pangulo na hindi rin siya basta-bastang makapagdedeklara ng all-out war laban sa mga Maute.
Pagka sinagad mo yan, and they're driven into desperation, instead of groupings dyan, they're driven by Muslim nationalism. Or Moro, for that matter, para maintindihan nyo, it's a Moro nationalism because they are really the owners of Mindanao long before the Spaniards came.
Ayon sa Pangulo, siya'y makikipag-usap muna sa mga Maute.
And I would tell the military, after the operation, ayaw ko makita na isang tao standing. Do you want me to do that? And if I kill children and innocent people and all, can we survive as a nation?
Ayon sa Pangulo, siya'y makikipag-usap muna sa mga Maute. Ngunit habang tumatagal, dumarami rin ang nadadamay sa bakbakan. Rex Remitio, CNN Philippines.
Isa ang lalaking ito sa mga nilapitan noon ng mga lider ng Maute Group para hikayatin na sumapi sa kanilang grupo. Dating commander ng Moro National Liberation Front si alias Abdullah at may malawak na koneksyon at suporta sa mga kapwa Maranao. Muntikan na raw siyang sumapi sa grupo pero tumanggi sa huli.
Sa ngayon, nakita ko na yung takbo ng grupo nila, hindi ko magustuhan.
Pero ang ilang tauhan ni Abdullah, nahikayat ng Maute Group at kasama ngayon sa mga nakikipagbakbakan sa loob ng butig. Sa impormasyong natanggap niya, patay na ang isa rito habang sugatan naman ang ilan. Hindi na raw siya nagulat na marami ang nakukumbinsi ng grupo lalo't mahirap ang buhay sa kanilang probinsya.
Siguro ang binabalik-balikan doon yung naririnig ko na mayroon daw binibigay sa kanila na budget. Narinig ko 5,000.
Bukod sa pera, may supply din ng pagkain ng mga miyembro ng Maute Group.
Before bakbakan, siguro mga 1 week before, mayroong kargang galing diyan sa Marawi. Dala-dala yung malaking sasakyan. Siguro mga baka 10-wheeler yun o 6-wheeler yung nagkarga. Na may mga karton, bigas, na mukhang galing ibang lugar. Dinala diyan sa kanila.
Sa impormasyon, mismong mga magulang ng magkapatid na leader ng Maute Group na sina Engineer Kayamora at Farhana Romato Maute ang nagbibigay ng pinansyal na suporta sa kanila. Kilalang kontraktor sa Butig at Marawi City ang ina ng Maute Brothers na si Farhana. Siya rin ang tinuturong grandmaster ng grupo. Ito rin daw ang may direktang koneksyon sa teroristang grupong Jemaah Islamiyah. 7 lalaki at 5 babae ang anak ni Farhana. Kabilang dito ang 2 leader na sina Omar Kayam Maute na nagtapos pa bilang alim o religious scholar sa Cairo, Egypt, at Abdullah Maute na nagtapos naman ang pag-aaral sa Jordan. Ang kuya naman nila na si Muhammad Maute ang responsable sa intelligence gathering ng grupo. Bukod sa pag-aaral sa ibang bansa, nagsanay din daw ang grupo sa basic military training, paggawa ng mga bomba at paggamit ng mga sandata. Tulad ng ibang rebelde, gusto ng grupo na maitayo ang Dawla Islamiyah o Islamic Caliphate sa Mindanao. Sa ilalim nito, magkakaroon ng sariling gobyerno na susundin ang Sharia law o mga batas na nakasaad sa Quran, bagay na tila imposibleng mangyari sa ngayon. Kaya kung ang alkalde ng Butig ang tatanungin, 2 lang ang paraan para matapos ang problema sa kanilang lugar.
Matatapos lang ito kung mahuli sila o mamatay.
So government troops aren't just fighting Filipino extremists in Marawi. Officials who sat in meetings with President Duterte Thursday have confirmed this. The AFP says about 6 terrorists from Indonesia, Malaysia and Singapore were killed in the firefight.
It has transmogrified into invasion by foreign terrorists who heeded the clarion call of the ISIS to go to the Philippines if they find difficulty in going to Iraq or Syria.
There are certain foreign elements here who have been in the country for a long time, aiding these terrorists in skills related to terrorism, primarily bomb making.
The AFP spokesman says most enter by sea through the country's still porous borders. It's a problem the government has been struggling to address. Some come in legitimately using different covers. President Duterte himself has often said extremists pretend to be teachers and religious leaders. But officials believe they're actually out to build a network of supporters in the country for the international terrorist group ISIS. Despite the presence of foreign terrorists in the country, the AFP insists the ISIS is not yet in the country. However, countries like the Maute are trying to prove themselves to the international group to gain recognition.
There are footprints, so this is not yet complete. They're trying to complete it and working feverishly to gain those requirements. And we are committed not to allow them or to thwart their attempts.
But ISIS is a looming problem if officials don't act fast. Solicitor General Jose Calida says the group wants to establish an ISIS province in Mindanao. The AFP says it's working with foreign governments to identify their nationals who may be trying to sow terror in the Philippines. The US and Russia have also offered to help in counter-terrorism efforts. Now, Solicitor General Calida says what worries them as well is reports are getting that ISIS has already radicalized young Filipinos, especially with what we saw with the Maute suspects behind the the night market bombing here in Davao City last year. Yeah?
Ina, can you tell us about that plan for security officials to be able to censure certain kinds of information that's going to come from the media?
Yeah, that was mentioned by AFP spokesman Padilla earlier. He says while they're not recommending the suspension of freedom of expression, he says they will exercise their right to censure. And this doesn't just cover mainstream media. He says this will cover social media. He says this is to ensure that information coming out in different platforms will not put at risk the lives of government troops, will not mention, let's say, or tell their enemies where they're positioned in combat. He says basically any information that will endanger national security, that's what they want to prevent from coming out in the different media platforms. We do have a soundbite for you on that from General Padilla.
Yung censure duties na ito ay yung nararapat lamang upang mapangalagaan ang buhay ng tao, ang protektahan ng ating mga sundalo at ang national security natin. Kaya kami umaapela kayo na habang maaga pa lang, i-exercise nyo po yung inyong common sense na pag alam nyo po na ito ay